All right, guys, part two of the F80 single turbo build. This car has been in here since December or January, when originally it was supposed to be one rod bearing replacement, and it turned in. It's all of this, as you saw in part one. Uh-oh. That was the most typical, like, bolt drop. Man, this already looks crazy. Just gonna try and get it out without hitting anything, hopefully. Don't want to curb these wheels. Well, I got it in, so it can't be hard to get it out, right? All right, so the other day finished up cleaning the engine bay of the F80, and today now we're gonna get into installing some of the parts I got. We also have to transfer over all the old, like OEM intake and wiring harness on the old rod knock motor, which is here. So just got to transfer that stuff over. We got stuff like new water pump, new thermostat, port injection, 1300 or CCs for the port injection, a low pressure fuel pump stage 3 from Vader Solutions. More harnesses there. We're going to do reflex for everything. New J-pipe, new coils, new belts. We have a Clutch Masters twin disc to install, a bunch of stuff from FCP, We have a new shifter from RTD. They just came out with that. Been waiting like a year for them to finally come out with that. CTS heat exchanger for the front, Mishimoto oil cooler, Turner skid plate for the oil cooler. And then on top of all that, we still have to obviously finalize the Speedtech top mount stuff like oil feed, coolant feed. All right, well, let's get to work and start transferring some of this stuff to the new built motor. Let's go. All right, so got the harness off, at least the old motor. It's probably gonna be a nightmare to get most of these sensors, but at least I have video to go back. I just have to move over the starter, and then I can put this bracket back on and then get some sensors back to where they're supposed to go. It's obviously a lot, but you know, I don't know. Hopefully it goes all back together. You can move that over, clean it up probably. And honestly, for the most part, a lot of it is already transferred over. All right, so got the starter back on, got all these plugs, high pressure fuel pump, alternator one, this, oh, we need that. BMW is pretty smart about at least like this wiring stuff, like every plug is different. Now I'm going to do the port injection. After that, oil filter housing gasket thing, and then we should be good to put the manifold back on. Now this is the harness that goes over the top, I think. Jesus. To attempt to organize this. Okay. This is the one that goes over the top. Excuse me, is the manifold one. Let's open up this. I don't know if Vader Solution makes it, but possibly, or at least pour injection from Vader Solutions. Oh no, never mind, it's Fuel It. Just kidding. To have the S55 Fuel It kit taken apart. Have a problem. Oh, wait. Wow, okay. This one's worse. Just want to make sure there's no old bearing material in any of this, because that would not be good. Grab a bolt here. This one's a little funny, so I'm gonna do it by hand. And these I'll be responsible, and I'll torque down. This is what I was talking about. All the wiring harnesses are like almost perfect in length. I guess that's a thing for a lot of wiring harnesses, but still impressed. All right, Clutch Masters 1000 series, stage 3, stage 7, stage 3.659. It holds a lot of power. Bought it like 3 months ago. I did have a spec clutch that I bought. I've had one car with a spec clutch and it was okay, it was good, but like just hear a bunch of reviews about it, so I ended up returning it, and they managed to get me this for like no restocking fee or any of that. So good upgrade. Should be able to handle all the power. Honestly, I predict like actual transmission failing before this clutch fails, but time will tell. The throwout bearing stuff, flywheel, twin disc. The shaft here is like barely small enough to fit on the inside of the flywheel, so I'm gonna put anti-seize on it, help it kind of go in. If ever need to remove it in the future, at least it's gonna be a little easier to remove. All right, those are all snug down. I'm gonna go and torque them to 25 foot-pound, then remove each one individually, red Loctite, and then torque it down to 25 again. Once they're all done with Loctite, then torque them to 80 foot-pounds. Breaker bar on the crank to hold it down while I torque the time for 80 foot-pounds. Oh, we have how many more? Just a quick 80. All right, let's just double check here. Okay, 80 foot-pounds. Spray the flywheel with some brake cleaner, clean off any grease. Thankfully there's no anti-seize on it, which is the worst chemical to ever exist. Then we'll get the clutch and pressure plate on. I like that this kit compared to like DKM, the whole like pressure wheel clutch is already pre-assembled. You don't have to mess with any of the disc and putting them in by accident a different way and all that. So I mean, it's pretty simple. Normal flywheel bolt procedure, and then you put on the whole pressure plate. And you know, for a twin disc, it's nice that it's already all together. Don't have to worry about user error. Do another one. I don't see any markings on the pressure plate, like where it could line up with the flywheel. So hoping I don't mess anything up, because that's how DKM is. Every hole, every bolt is used. So there's 3 up there, 3 up there. Yeah, okay. That makes more sense. So the original torque is 20 foot-pounds, so we'll just do like 7 just to seat it a little more flush. Take them out individually, 7 again, and then a final 20. All right. Now that they're all 7, we'll go out, take each one out, and put some Loctite. All right, so trying to get everything on top of the valve cover back together, put the original coil packs back in. I have new ones, but I'm gonna see how these end up doing. So with the turbo being right here, I was really concerned with what to do with this whole wiring harness. It's usually right here. That's for the coil packs and injectors and the ground and all that. So what I did is I took it apart. It comes in like a big plastic clip that runs across here and bolts here. Took that apart and separated the injector lines and coil pack lines and taped it up and routed it under the fuel rail. So now it's a lot cleaner and definitely nothing's gonna get burnt, or all those wires ran here before. So really excited that that ended up working out, and it looks a lot better, so it's always a plus. Did new injector seals, new decoupler rings. So really all I have left is put the bell housing on, and then back in the car it goes. All right, so I think that's gonna be it for this video. Got the trans all up, still have to put new transmission mounts, and then that's it. As for stuff I have to do with the engine out of the car. So I think next video will definitely be the actual install of the car. That should be maybe part 4, should be, not sure. I just uploaded part 2, which is the install of the Speedtech kit. So if you guys want to go take a look at that, if you haven't seen it, recommend that video. And that's going to be about it. Thanks for watching, guys.